Hey guys, so I get a lot of questions asking how to get started budgeting using the cash envelope system. So I have a few ways to help you get started that work for me, and if you're interested, stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. How's everybody doing today? In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some ways to help you get started budgeting if there's something you're interested in using the cash envelope system. So let's go ahead and get started. Of course, budgeting is simply just telling your money where to go. There are different styles of budgeting. There's what's called a zero-based budgeting, where you budget out your entire paycheck. Every dollar has a duty, a place to go. And then there's what's called, well, I guess it'll be the opposite of zero-based budget, where you leave a certain amount of money in your checking account, which is called like a buffer to catch some things that you may not have been budgeted, for. That's the sort of the type of budgeting that I do, because I am on a budget. My husband is not. So I only budget out like a portion of our spending money. But if you watch a lot of the videos, most people budget out their entire paycheck. So the first thing to do is mainly just to decide if you're going to budget out your entire paycheck or if you're just going to budget a portion of your paycheck. So once you decide that, go ahead and get you a nice little tablet. Go to the Dollar Tree and get you a $1 tablet, or get you a piece of paper around the house, anywhere, until you can get yourself settled, and get you something nice. Or if you fine with what you have, just keep what you have. What I need you to do is write down all your monthly bills. Your monthly bills and your bills that come every 3 months or once a year. Write everything down on a piece of paper. Number one, you've done that. Okay. We all have bills, so we've written all of our bills down. Second thing is, next to each one of those bills, write down the date that they're due. Okay. We got the date that they're due. Next thing, over in the next column, I need you to write down when you get paid. This is just, if you have 2 jobs, just do just your main job. Just write down when you get paid. Okay? So we've done that. That's number 3. Okay, first of all, let me go back. Congratulations to you for wanting to get on a budget, to tell your money where to go. Because if you're like me, I used to think budgeting was like for poor people. But now that I am informed, I am glad to be a part of the budgeting community. So, education is key. Okay, that's number 3. So number 4, well, I kind of already touched on this. I need you to decide, I need you to decide if you want your money to stay in the bank for like your, your utilities and your rent or mortgage. If you want that to stay in the bank, or will you be using the cash envelope system? So once you decide that, then you can go forward. If you want your money to stay in the bank, then of course you leave it in the bank, and then leave it in the bank. Ain't nothing to say about that. So you still can budget by leaving it in the bank, because see, remember, you written down all your bills, and you written down when they're due, and you written down your payday. So you just leave the money in the bank. Don't touch it until you pay the bill. So if you decide to use the cash envelope system and you decide you want to take the money out the bank, which a lot of people think that's crazy to take it out the bank just to put it back in the bank, but it's working. A lot of people have said it's working. So anyway, if you're going to use the cash envelope system, of course, I've already done a video on simple ways. Just get you some white envelopes. If you don't want to spend the money on all these, different cute envelopes like we have in the budgeting community, you just get started. So just get you some white envelopes and label them: rent, mortgage, whatever you have, utilities, groceries, gas, the basic stuff, everybody's basic life needs. So you label those. Okay. So just decide how many envelopes you're going to label. I would start out slow. I started out slow. I only had 1 binder. You don't even have to have a binder, but say I had 6 or 7 envelopes. But remember, I'm budgeting my spending money, but I'm going to pretend that I was budgeting, for the sake of this video, I'm pretend that I'm budgeting our monthly expenses. So on there, I will have mortgage, I will have lights, water, groceries, gas, and phone bill, cell phone bill. Those are 6 I'm gonna have. Mortgage, light, water, groceries, gas, and phone bills. Those are the main thing that everybody has. Okay, so I write that on each one of my envelopes. And remember, I've already written down what they are and when they're due. So, you know, probably on the back of the envelope, I would put, say the mortgage is $300. I put on the back $300 and it's due on the 15th. Okay, and then I get paid on the 1st and then on the 15th. So that tells me that on the 1st, I need to stuff $150 in the envelope, and on the 15th, I can stuff $150, and that's my mortgage. Then I would take it out and go pay it. Take it out the envelope and well, you got to put it back in the bank, which some people think is crazy, like I said, and pay it. Or if you have a mortgage where you go pay your landlord or something. So that's how you would do that. And so that's what I would start out with. But once you get on further and you decide you got the hang of that, just paying your regular bills, you add a couple more envelopes if you wanted to. Then I would add Christmas. If I had, especially if I had kids, I would add Christmas. And then if I had a car, I would add car payment. And then I would have a second one for car repairs. So that's 3 more I would add. So we're going to say these are 3 that would have goals. So what you call goals. So for Christmas, I would put a goal, say $500, and car repair, I would put a goal, maybe $2,000. And then when you have a goal, you know that you're trying to save that certain amount to put in that envelope. So say Christmas is $500 and you kind of started late. And so you got like, you get paid every week and you got like 10 weeks left before Christmas. So that lets you know that 10 divided by 500 is 50. So that lets you know you need to put $50 each week in the envelope to reach your goal. Of course, if you get some extra money, go ahead and put more money in the envelope so you can reach your goal earlier. And that's how you would do that if you have goal. And then, you know, with the car payment, it wouldn't be a goal. It'll be just like a monthly payment. Your car payment gonna be the same every month. If it's $430, then one paycheck you put $215, and next one you put $215, like that. So I hope y'all are understanding this. So that's all you do. I mean, it just depends. And then most people be like, well, how do you know how much to put in there? It depends on if it is an expense that has a goal, just like I just told you, you divide it by how many times you get paid and you'll know that's how much you put in the envelope. Or if it's like me, a lot of my envelopes, they don't have goals. Like for my car repair, we have 3 vehicles. I can't put a goal on it, and they all 10 years old. We got older vehicles, so I'm just going to save as much as I can. You know, every time we get paid, whenever I can, that's just going to help out if something does happen to the car. That'll be less money I have to come up with. So, you know, it just depends. You will come up with your own style, and please do not compare your budget to someone else's. Everybody's budget is different. What I did do when I started watching the cash stuffing cash stuffing videos, I did kind of migrate to more of the cash stuffers that are similar to my lifestyle. Like I migrated more to the ones that were already out of debt and just were focused on saving, or I migrated more to ones that were saving up for a new car because I know I'm saving for a new car. Then I also like to watch the ones that you know, still have a mortgage but plan to pay the mortgage off. You know, try to find someone who's similar to your lifestyle. So yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. You just start out slow. Don't try and go buy all these binders and do all this stuff that the budgeting community is doing, because they started out slow. I'm sure most of them didn't start with 5 or 6 binders. I'm sure most of them started with 1. I ended up with 4 binders. I started out with just the one when I told you I had like the what did I start out with? Because I only stuff spending money. Oh, I started out with like my post office box. What else did I start when I first started? Post office box, car repair, home repair, stuff like that. that's the kind of stuff I started out with. And then I migrated to the next binder. I ended up getting a second one to do personal stuff, like save money for myself and for my grandkids. And then I ended up getting a third binder that was for like the high priority sinking fund, like stuff I'm really focused on at the time. And then the fourth one I added, the last one I added, is a vacation binder. I saw Triple M TV, she did one for the vacation binder, because me and my husband love to go on vacation at least twice a year. So I thought that was a great idea. Kind of save a little bit throughout the year so you don't have to put so much away at one time. So yes, I have 4 binders. I have low priority sinking funds, high priority sinking funds, vacation, and personal. And that's it. I think I'm going to stick with just 4. So yeah, so I hope this video was helpful. So let's recap how you start a budget. Write your monthly bills down. Write the date that they're due. Write down when you get paid. Then decide if you're going to leave the money in the bank or if you're going to take some of it out. You have to make that decision. Nobody can really teach you this part. And or if you're going to use the envelope system. Some people do cashless budgeting where they leave all their money in the bank. It's a they have a it's an app that's called YNAB, where you, like how we have the sinking funds in the actual binder, they have them like on a spreadsheet, and you can like they have Christmas, birthdays. It's all on the computer, but I probably will end up doing something like that further in the future. But I'm enjoying my cash binders right now because I actually spend less by using cash. So I'm loving it. So yeah. So once you decide if you're going to use the cash envelope system, you decide how much you're going to put in it. You have to decide based on a goal, whether it's a goal or whether it's a time frame that you need the money. That's up to you. Nobody can teach you that. None of these videos can teach you that. They can tell you what they did, but they can't teach you that because you're going to have to tweak it as you go. And the last thing is, okay, I said decide if you're going to use the cash envelope system, and you know, just kind of start out slow and don't compare yourself. Just find some people to motivate you. And that's pretty much it. So congratulate yourself for thinking about starting a budget. And yes, I'm happy that my videos are helping a lot of people. I insert some of the conversations I've had with people to show you that I've inspired a lot of people. And I am thankful because that's why I'm here. Yes, whether you're on a fixed income, whether you're working a lot of overtime, it doesn't matter. We all can budget. Yeah, it's just simply telling your money where to go. And consistency, 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 consistency works. I promise you. Consistency. Yes. And this budgeting with these cash envelopes teach you discipline. Because, like Dave Ramsey says, we have an emotional attachment to cash money, and we do. When you first said it, I didn't understand it till I actually stopped swiping that debit card and started using my cash, and I noticed a change in all of my banking accounts, and I have noticed a change in myself and how I shop, and I've noticed a change in my house. I don't have all this. I have a lot of stuff, but I don't have a lot of stuff that I do not need. So it had disciplined me in a lot of ways. I feel like I'm a better woman, a better person, a better wife, friend, co-worker because of this system. Yes, this system has done all that for me. Yes, I love it. So yeah, so that's it. This is a 13-minute video. And so I hope it was helpful to you guys. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to start budgeting, or if you have started budgeting, and if you are you using the cash envelope system, or are you all digital, or do you do both? Some people do both. So yeah. So it's up to you. It's your life and it's your journey. So, you know, you have the freedom to do it however you like. So I am enjoying it. Can't you see the smile on my face? I love it. I look at my binders almost every day. I just love it. Best thing ever. I wish I would have known this back in my 20s. But anyway, so yeah. So I want to get some shout. Let me go ahead and get some shout outs on this video. Before I leave, I want to give a shout out to the beautiful Salisa, Beautifully Me and You. She is probably one of the only people that I have seen that only has one binder. Yes. And she was one of the first people in the budgeting community that, you know, did a nice gesture. And I really appreciate it. She had some stickers that she was using in her video, and I was asking her where she got them from, because of course I was gonna purchase some, and don't you know she sent me some? Now that was nice. I appreciate that. Things like that you will never forget. Never forget. Yeah. So beautifully, me and you, go check her out and tell her Mrs Vee sent you. And also, I want to give another shout out to Oh My Froze. I love this young lady. I bet she be like, there go Mrs Vee. Mrs Vee, stay in my comments. Baby, she is an entrepreneur and she is killing the game. I love her videos because she is just down to earth. She's an entrepreneur and she gives a lot of budgeting tips. She has a budgeting community. Go check her out. Tell her Mrs Vee sent you. So, yo, those are my 2 shout outs. Those 2 ladies have really inspired me to keep going. So, yeah. So, this is Mrs Vee. I'm going to continue to show you love. And I'm going to always help you save on some of the things you need to get some of the things you want. Thank you and have a nice day. I'm about to go look at my binders, baby. Woo! We have a date by here Friday night. Yes. Thank you and have a nice day.